My name is Dr. Alexbritish Tasie. I am a native of Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom in Land, River State of Nigeria, West Africa. I am an Ikwere image maker, and I am also a prominent Ikwere historian who is sufficiently and vastly informed about the background history of Ikwere people. What I have here to show to the people of the world is something that has to do with the history, with the origin of Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom in Ikwere land. What we know and call Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom, how it became founded, who founded the kingdom, and where the person that founded the kingdom came from. This is an interesting topic that so many people yearn to know, because they say that Isiokpo people always say that they are the firstborn, they are the head of the entire Ikwere kingdom. Well, there is a debate around it. It is controversial, and so I will not immerse myself in that kind of debate, because as an Ikwere historian, my job is for the unity of Ikwere people, and not to be sectional, and not to place any hegemonic interests above other Ikwere people. I am an Ikwere image maker. There are stories around the evolution of Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom in Ikwere land. And one of the stories is that around the 11th century, a young man called Wagidi Ibia, some people call him Wagidi Esaho, and his wife called Asare from Abo in present-day Delta State, migrated from the ancient Benin Kingdom down to this area of the world to settle. There are so many versions as to what caused that migration, but I want to center on one. The story that we have, very common and popular in Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom, is that around that time in Benin Ancient Kingdom was a serious upheaval, serious trouble, as caused by some rebels, some renegades who wanted to usurp and overthrow the Benin monarch at that time and take over. Their grouses, their disenchantments, not really important in this study, but the emphasis is on who founded the Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom, how the kingdom was founded, and where the founder came from. For fear of being captured, killed, or exiled, or meet dire consequences because of his action in connection with other people, he ran away with his wife, as other people did, and headed this way. He crossed the Sobraibo River and came to this part of Ikwere land to settle. When Wagidi arrived, he did not meet any indigenous people in this area. It was actually a virgin area that he met. So it was strenuous, quite arduous and onerous, time-consuming and tasking to begin to develop his kingdom. When he arrived, he initially settled at the place where we have today the Nigerian prisons along Isiokpo Elele Road. That was the initial place, the first place that Wagidi settled when he arrived from Benin Kingdom. Not too long that he settled, there became a challenge by the people around that area, and he moved out and resettled at the place that today we have the Ihu Ali Isiokpo. The Ihu Ali Isiokpo is situated along the Omanwa Isiokpo axis, that area. That was the place he resettled with his wife, Asare. It was also there that Wagidi Esaho, or Wagidi Ibia, gave birth to 3 male children. Stories that are popular and common in Isiokpo ancient kingdom have it that Wagidi gave birth to Opo, who founded Isiokpo, then Iguru, who founded Iguruta, and then Aluide, who founded Alo. But particularly, Isiokpo people see Iguruta people as their bloodline brothers and sisters. They believe that Iguruta people and Isiokpo people are one people by blood, that a common founder bettered them all. Well, there are recent submissions that are sectional today in Ikwereland, where various Ikwere communities are defining their origins and their settlements in Ikwereland. But ancient stories have it that Iguruta people and Isiokpo people are one and the same people initially. Wagidi stayed there with his wife until an epidemic struck them there, and Wagidi died. When Wagidi died, his son, Opo, moved out from that area and shifted further into the hinterland of what we call today Isiokpo ancient kingdom. The first place that he settled, Opo, not now Wagidi, is the place we call Mbu Ohara in Isiokpo ancient kingdom. It was there that Opo lived and gave birth to 2 male children called Isi or Ishi, meaning the head, and Agwan or Agwanwo, meaning the tail, the last child. So, stories that are common and very peculiar to the people of Isiokpo and Omagwa is that Isiokpo people and Omagwa people are one and the same people through one bloodline. That they are related by blood. So Ishi founded Isiokpo and Agwa founded Omagwa. The wife of Opo was called Wiri, as you can confirm from High Chief James Amadi, the traditional prime minister of Omagwa Kingdom. Wiri gave birth to Opo, to Isi, and to Agwa. In fact, I know where Wiri was buried when she died. I also know what really happened before the burial of Will. So Isiokpo people and Omagwa people are one people. So now to recap, in this area is that Wagidi Esaho or Wagidi Ibia came from Benin to this area, and that when he came, he settled in the area around the Nigerian prisons initially, and later resettled around the Omanwa Isiokpo area axis. And it was there that he gave birth to 3 male children called Obo, Igu, and Alibe. Then later, Obo moved out to Mbohana, and it was in Mbohana that Obo gave birth to Isi and to Agwa. Now, why I am here to show you people this area is to highlight to the people of the world where Isi, the founder of Isiokpo, lived and died. Wagidi died around the Omanwa Isiokpo axis. Obo died in Mbohana environment. Then his son, Isi or Ishi, died in this place. This place is called Nkanahia village in Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom. There are stories that are popular in Isiokpo that there was a time that the people of Mbohana lived in Nkanahia village before they moved back to their original settlements. What happened was that there was also an epidemic that struck that area, and many of their animals, domestic animals, died. And because of that, Isi decided to move out with his family to this area to settle. He settled here and gave birth to his children that are today the villages that make up Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom. The traditional villages that make up Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom were all bettered here in Nkanahia village, around this area. When Bekwele Nna was alive in the year 2001, I think so, I went to him and asked him, where did Obo die? Where did Isi die? Where did Wagidi die? What of Asare? Where was she buried? What of Wire? Where was she buried? And I was told that this area was the area where the Mbu Ohana people once lived. And this area, Isi died. I wanted, in the year 2013, to set up a place here to commemorate this area. But I hadn't the money to acquire a place here. This area is a memorial site of the founder of what we call Isiokpo today. Isiokpo, as I have explained, was founded by Isi. Isi is a blood brother to Agwa, the founder of Omagwa. Now, who are the children of Isi? Isi found out so many other big communities in Ikwereland than any other community or kingdom in Ikwereland. The people of Ozwaha are products of Isi. why Ozoaha people were born by Ohana himself, the firstborn of Isi. Have it in mind that Mbu Ohana is the traditional seat of government, and Ohana is the first child of Isi. Living here does not mean that Nkrahia is the head of Isiokpo. No, as I have said, there was an epidemic that forced them out from that place to resettle here. But traditionally, Mbu Ohana is the traditional head in Isiokpo. Ohana as the first male child, the heir to Isi throne. Having said that, Isi gave birth to various Isiokpo villages, of which Ohana is one of them, and also the head. So the people of Ozoaha are direct children of Ohana Isiokpo. That is why it is popular in Ozoaha that Ozoaha people are Isiokpo people. In fact, before an Isiokpo paramount ruler, traditional head of the government of the land, would have to be buried after his demise. Before the burial, a person from Ozoaha must be there to see and supervise how Ohana and how the king of Isiokpo would have to be buried. And in Isiokpo, customarily, the king of Isiokpo would have to marry, if not from Isiokpo, but from Ozoaha. So his wife must come from Isiokpo or Ozoaha. Now, in Ndele, there is also a community there that came from Isiokpo, and that community is called Mbola. I was told this in the year 2012 by His Royal Highness, I think so, Eze Gideon Omodo himself, who is the paramount ruler of that community, Mbola Ndele, that they are from Ehio people in Nkrahia Isiokpo. From this Isiokpo kingdom also came out the Isiokpo autonomous community in Akporo, Idato. According to the late His Royal Highness, Eze Afonse Amanse, Eze Dike one of Akporo, Idato, the people of Isiokpo in Idato are from this part of Isiokpo in Ikwereland. And we have also many areas in what we call today Rumuji. Rumuji people, as I was told by the late chief, I have forgotten his name, who told me that only a particular family in Rumuji is not from Isiokpo. Others are from Isiokpo. I will remember his name and put it in the comment section. Now, what of the people of Rumomoy and the people of Rumeme? These areas are known to the whole of Ikwereland that they are migrants from Isiokpo. During the time of the Rumu-Erenta War in that part of Ikwere, the king of that area called Rumu-Eprekom, who incidentally married the first daughter of Nkrahia called Womma, requested from the head of Isiokpo at that time to send military assistance to assist fight the Rumu-Erenta people. When they succeeded in that fight, they were asked to stay behind in case of reprisal attacks. That also is the case with the people of Rumomoy in Apara. They are not Evo people. They are not Apara people. They are not Rebisi people. They are Isiokpo people. So Isiokpo ancient kingdom has bettered so many wonderful large communities in Ikwereland. And the kingdom too has produced so many big personalities personages, pagendrums in the world. So the emphasis is to state to you that Isiokpo ancient kingdom that you hear people say and talk about was founded initially first by Wagide Saho or Wagide Ipia, then Okpo his son, and Isi the grandchild. Today, the kingdom is a big one in Nigeria. There are so many people today who are in-laws to Isiokpo people, of which Chief Epricom himself was one of the biggest in-laws to Isiokpo people. And that is why people like His Royal, His Excellency, Chief Barrister Ezebunwo Nyesonwike, and all the people in that area are grandchildren to Isiokpo, because the mother of their mother came from this area called Wamma, that Chief Epricom himself married. Epricom is a child of Apana, but the wife came from this area in Nkrahia, Isiokpo. And I want to say thank you all for watching this particular episode. This particular area you see here, this area you see here was where Isi himself lived and where Isi died. And from here, the villages that make up Isiokpo were all bettered. Thank you, and God bless all of you. I remain Alexbritish Tasie. This is a special dedication to the late Eze Samuel Obodoho Amadi, Eze Akako, one of Isiokpo Ancient Kingdom, popularly called Chief Malena. This is also a dedication to my elder brother in the person of Professor Barrister Joseph Aburuho Nwobike, S.A.N. A very good man, a very nice man to me. It is also a dedication to my own father, Eda Gosin Azubike Ekwesi Tasie, who transferred the spirit of history telling to me. And I say to all the people of Isiokpo, Rumeme, Rumuji, Rumamoi, Ozuaha, Omagwa, Iguruta, Alo, and the rest of Ikwere, God bless all of you, and God bless you abundantly. Amen, amen, amen.